Now let's check out the Fair CPU entitlement feature now in Tanzu Application Service 3.0. I have already deployed 10 applications to my foundation. 9 of these applications are monster or bad applications, and they're labeled as monster apps within the CF apps command that just ran. And they're very CPU heavy and are hogging CPU on the system. I also have one good application called Good App, and that's running as it should. It's not hogging too much CPU and running just right. Now, this Fair CPU entitlement feature, once enabled in Ops Manager, will allow good applications to burst and take priority usage or priority CPU usage over what we label these bad applications. Now, to really see these changes in effect, we need to use a few new CF CLI plugins, or new to me at least, and let's check those out now. Just to highlight these new plugins that we're going to be talking about are the CF over entitlement instances, or CFOEI, and the CF CPU or CF CPU entitlement plugins. Now, the over entitlement instances is really focused for developers or operators to identify these bad acting applications that are using too much of their entitlement. And the CF CPU command is really just to have one inspect that CPU entitlement in the scope of one application. Now, it's really good to call out, too, that the CPU usage in a CF app command or within the apps manager itself, those metrics are different than the CF CPU entitlement metrics, so those are not necessarily the same. I just wanted to call that out here so we don't, they're separate metrics used for that, and we don't want to confuse the two. Now let's go ahead and use the CFOEI command to look for some bad applications within the system. And now you can see that we have 9 bad monster applications in the system. Let's double click on one of these applications and see really what their CPU entitlement looks like. And you can see now we're getting a warning message saying that some instances are over their CPU entitlement. You maybe consider scaling this application. And the average usage and current usage are highlighted in red and showing a high level percentage. The rest of these 8 monster applications are also running in a similar state. But, let's go ahead and check out our good application and see how that's running. We can see that the good application has we're not alerting red. We have no warning messages. And we're consuming a very little, but, nice amount of CPU usage. So let's go ahead now and take this good application and show that it can burst up and use a bunch of new CPU usage and take priority over these bad applications. So we're going to send this a command and trigger out some CPU usage on the good application. And once that runs, we're going to check this CF CPU on the good app a few times. It will take a few runs of this command to probably really check out, but we're scaling up. We're getting some CPU usage that are way, we're going from 1 or 2% to 345%. Still at 345%. Yeah, look, now we're at 2,700%. So we've scaled way past these bad applications on the system, and we're consuming a lot of CPU. This good application is now bursting and taking priority over the bad applications. So this is really, these new features, once enabled, helps ensure that developers and platform operators can have consistent CPU experiences on the platform. And if there are bad applications, we can identify them and kind of isolate them so that when good applications need CPU, they can get it. If you want to see the best event of the year for Cloud Foundry content, be sure to check out Cloud Foundry Day 2022 at KubeCon North America. Cloud Foundry experts will be on site sharing the great work they've been doing in the community. They will also be broadcasted virtually for those who could not physically attend. If you want to see more of the VMware Tanzu team and Spring community, then be sure not to miss Spring One, which will be hosted December 6th through 8th in San Francisco. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so you'll be notified when we drop more content. To stay up to date on the latest and greatest news around Tanzu Application Service, then be sure to check out the new Tanzu Tech Zone site listed here.